at the Coastal Discovery Museum in the lab where we've got live creatures and live animals we're learning all about, and Rex here is the museum director. And we also have a special guest, little baby alligator, with us today. Tell us about this fine young man.
Yeah, so we have a permit to keep alligators like this, 4 of them, up to 36 inches long, that we use for our educational programs. And these alligators have been handled by people, and so they're not tame, but they're habituated to people, and so they cannot be released into the wild. They have to go to another institution. But we use them to educate people about these fascinating creatures that we share this environment with.
Now, everyone knows, for those of us who live here, the alligators are everywhere, and they are fascinating. But as guests to the island, you've got to really understand what to do and not to do.
Yeah, and so, you know, these alligators are top-level predators. And if you are near any lagoon or you know, pond on Hilton Head Island, there's probably a large alligator lurking below the water there. And so you can't go up to these bodies of water. You have to be super careful. And if you see these alligators sunning themselves on the banks, you don't approach them. You just appreciate them as this beautiful part of our environment, and animals that have been here for millions of years, long before we were here.
I like how you said appreciate, don't approach them. That's a really good way to remember.
Yeah, and so there's a lot of things that people have to be careful of. A lot of people want to see the alligators up close, and so they'll do things like put food out for them. And of course, that's a big no-no, because once alligators associate people with food, they're going to go up to any person, and if that person doesn't have food, that person is food.
Yeah,
and so they have very tiny brains, but they learn very quickly that humans are a source of food. And so there's things like that you shouldn't do. And really, we want everyone that comes onto this island to know about alligators, to appreciate them, and to respect the distance they need to keep from alligators and lagoons.
What would be a recommended distance? I mean, obviously as far away as possible, but in all actuality.
How fast can you run?
Oh gosh, right. No, this is a very serious topic because it's very infrequent. But
I mean, so alligators can run really fast. An alligator can run as fast as a horse, but only over a short distance. This guy wants to go back in. So
we're going to put him back. We're going to check out some others.
And so, but what I would say with the distance is, like, really, you don't want to go within like 50 feet of a lagoon, because it's the alligators that you don't see are the most dangerous ones. And so they'll wait underneath the water for weeks, waiting for some animal to come close enough for them to launch themselves out and grab that animal and pull it back into the water. That's how they've evolved to survive. And so close to the water is the most dangerous. If you see an alligator sunning itself, usually it's warming up its body so it can be more active and metabolize and digest what it's eaten. And I would say, again, that's like 50 feet. But if you're not comfortable around alligators, give them more space. Get some binoculars to look at them up close.
Well, we're going to talk about another creature that a lot of people, adults and kids, are a little squirmish of, and these are some snakes.
Yeah, and he's interested in coming out. So if you don't want to see snakes on TV,
come to the museum.
Come to the museum.
That's what you're here for.
Or turn off your TV. But this is a corn snake that we've had since it was a baby. And these are really... He's
longer than I thought.
It's a really beautiful snake, and it's a native snake to Hilton Head Island. And these snakes they're very tame, and they don't bite. And this is one that we've used hands-on for programming.
Yeah.
We'll let like little kids hold this. Them. They have to be supported along their body.
Sure.
But this snake, it likes people, and it's not dangerous. A lot of people will confuse these corn snakes with copperheads.
I was going to say that the pattern is similar,
the pattern's
right?
similar. But you know, the pattern on a copperhead is more like these are shaped more like Hershey's Kisses kind of pattern on them, a similar color, but it's really the head that's different.
Okay.
A copperhead will have a large triangular head, and it just looks scarier. These snakes with these small, and this one, see, like even if I touch his face, he doesn't bite me. He's very a very gentle snake. And so what we hate to see are people that think these are copperheads and decide to kill them.
Yeah, sure.
Because they're a really important part of our environment here. And you know, people complain about having mice or rats that get into their garage. Well, there's no, if you have a snake in your garage, like we have a pet snake in our garage, no rats will go in there. They're afraid of these snakes.
Yeah.
And so they're your friends around your house. Like snakes like this will keep a lot of vermin out from around your house. And if you have snakes like these friendly ones, this corn snake, you're probably not going to have the more dangerous snakes like copperheads and rattlesnakes.
Well, Rex, this has been very educational and interesting.
Do you want to hold the snake?
I'm going to pass on that one. But we invite everybody to come out to the Coastal Discovery Museum and check out all the wonderful programs. Stay here. We'll be back with more 843 TV.